Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. The Atlanta Braves going up against the New York Mets. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Siggy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they've changed the dimensions.
It's a different ballpark. It plays differently, and these hitters are really feeding off of it. You give the pitcher a nice little lead, and we see those players getting comfortable and leading the team to victory.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. Towing the slab in this one, Frankie Montas. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Next offering is down low.
Well, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
And that is in for a strike. And the count is 1-2. That one missed. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one inside, look out. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His second home run of the series. The Braves score first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Here is Matt Olson. In there at the knees. Strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Olson handling the duties at first. 30 years old now. A former first-round pick back in 2012. And that's down and away.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
That missed by a lot. Now 2 balls and a strike. The wind of the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one outside. And the count's full.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Olson. Outside ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Marcell Ozuna in the box now. No balls and a strike. Olsen aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner on the go. That one ripped. McNeil drop step, going back. Going. Gone! It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here is Austin Riley. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
And here is Drake Baldwin. Still only one out here in the inning. And that one hammered. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Fouled off to the right. One out and a runner at second. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 4-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
One down. Now in for the Braves, Alex Verdugo. First pitch misses.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Into center. Mauricio on the move. Snags it for the second out. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And perhaps part of the game plan is to get into the bullpen as early as possible. They're facing a staff that's blown a lot of games in the later innings.
Boog and his hitters, you're aware of that, but you don't want to become too relaxed and wait too late in the ball game because you never know what could happen on any given day. But with that said, even if you fall behind early, you've got a lot of confidence that this game will not be over until that final out.
Michael Harris the second in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Swing and a bouncer towards third. And that's a foul ball.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Ground ball up the middle. Mauricio. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here with my pal Singy, getting the nod on the mound, Spencer Strider. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Bottom of the first, here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. Strider deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Liner snagged at first. Here's a Mets lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
On the ground right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Pete Alonso stands in now and watches strike 1. Soto off of first with 2 away. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. Mets strand one. They're down 4-0. Back here at Citi Field. Second inning set to go. And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. Montas back to work. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Up next for Atlanta, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman Matt Olson.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Matt Olson. Walked his first time. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Braves go down quietly. They lead 4-0. Back here in Queens, bottom of the second. Now here is Starling Marte. And first offering is fouled off. That one drifts inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Batting six, center fielder
Jeff McNeil stands in. And there's a ball. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hit on the ground, might be 2. There's one. Out. On to Olsen. That's two.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. 2 out, space is empty. And another ball.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Baldwin makes the play. That is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next offering is in the dirt. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Riley tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around, says Ricky Holiday. Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. Did not go. Here's a 1-1. Pulls that one foul.
Ball. That's inside.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fights it off, he'll see another. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next offering way upstairs. And that's ball 4.
That's in.
That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first with one gone, Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves, 1-for-1 with a double and a run scored. Just missed. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Clay Holmes preparing to come on if needed. Diaz also getting ready. Riley at first, one gone. In the air, out towards left center. Nimmo makes the grab on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. RBI single his last time up. Now this one gets away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Next offering is downstairs. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Man on second, 2 down. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
I count this ball.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Marte makes the grab. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside. Ripped on the ground to second. Albies over to first in time. And a quick out, number 1.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
Ronnie Mauricio now. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
One ball,
one there. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
One down, base is empty. And that's a little bit high.
Really good 2-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Lindor in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-2. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. They trail it here 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the fourth. Now in for the Braves, Alex Verdugo. That's out to center field. McNeil makes the catch, and there's one down. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. He's 0 for 1. Harris in his fourth year, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. That one pushed to the left and foul. Foul ball. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Montas is done in this one, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Clay Holmes.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Harris over at first with 1 away. On the ground, could be 2. Lindor over to second, over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Citi Field, now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
one
ball,
missing
2
inside.
strikes.
And they'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Soto in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. And that is out of play.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. His second homer this series, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1. We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Pete Alonso. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Foul ball there. This to third, and it goes just foul. One down, base is empty. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Starling Marte up to hit.
For the Mets, right fielder, Starling Marte.
That one at the knees for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser
1 ball, 1 strike.
just off the edge of the plate.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one to first, Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets do get one back, though, on the solo homer. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Queens, here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
Now batting.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. on the ground. And that's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Tap foul at the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
That one way inside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
Gets down, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next one misses, and the count is 2-0. Two outs.
Hey.
Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for Atlanta as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Jeff McNeil. Strider back to work. Not even close there. Ball one.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swing and a miss, and the count
1-2. 2 strikes.
And downstairs. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw on to Olsen, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Luis Torres.
And here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. First time up was a pop out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That one misses. And 1-1. And there's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Baldwin under it. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. And they trail it 4-1. And we're back. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Drake Baldwin. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball 1. 1-1.
That's off the inside corner. And a count 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
The count's full.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Man at first. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Baldwin gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To short, could be 2. Toss to Alonso. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, left fielder Alex Verdugo.
Here's Alex Verdugo. 0 for 2 in this one. Splits the plate. It's 0-1.
0-1.
1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. A changeup missing. 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. And the runner holds. Runner at second here, one gone. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nimmo hauls it in, and there's two away. Michael Harris the second will hit next. 1 for 2. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
And it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at second. Stays alive. The next pitch misses, and a count now even up. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Reaching for it, makes the catch. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
Next offering upstairs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And he chases that one. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
So the lineup flips over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. Upstairs.
Ball, that's too high.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
That misses the zone, and now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And that's in the dirt.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Corrals it. And there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is that. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Dedniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now at the plate, Nick Allen.
Shortstop, Nick Allen.
Up the middle, and that one handled to first. One up, one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Reed Garrett appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Stanek, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And there's the strike.
1-1.
Now he breaks his bat. Barehand grab in time. Got him.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
Here's Matt Olson. First pitch misses. In the air, right field. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That's inside.
Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets a piece and stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 4-1. Here's Juan Soto. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Strike on the inside corner. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. De Los Santos getting cranked up as well. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Waste no time there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Spencer Strider done for the night, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Angel De Los Santos will take over here.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
First and second, no outs. And here is Starling Marte. And there's a strike. With the tying run at the plate, near the bottom of the 7th. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The tying run at the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. Soto, the lead runner out at second. Alonso at first with no outs. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Really important at bat coming up now.
So bases all loaded up. And now here's Jeff McNeil. And fouled off. That one not close. And it's a ball and a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Three-two. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Golden opportunity right here.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
Late swing, fouled off.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Grounded to third, could be two. Riley tossed to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Angel De Los Santos won't go any further tonight, and he leaves a runner at third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Aaron Bummer. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. So digging in, Brett Beatty.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Not close with that one. It's a ball and two strikes. Good job to fight that one off. The tying run is 90 feet away. And a ground ball to first. Olsen takes it to the bag, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets 3. We go to the 8th. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Nunez back to work. And that's down and away. Action in the Mets bullpen. Reed Garrett getting ready to go. Off the mark there, and the count now 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Fouled off. He was late. Here's a 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here comes Austin O'Reilly. Slider misses outside. Just missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. And it drops in. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Just missed. Man at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Gone. That one made it to the upper tank. And they add to their lead. It's 6-3. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
One out, base is empty. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1.
Two runs across in the inning, and we're in the top of the eighth. To the right side, Mauricio. And Albies is retired.
Now batting left fielder Alex Verdugo.
Two down, bases empty. And now Alex Verdugo. 0 for 3 in this one. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
There's a strike. Two outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one misses. And now it's 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game, but two come across to score in the inning courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 6-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Queens, ready for the bottom of the eighth, and stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. First offering, and it just misses.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That pitch in for a strike, 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Next offering is down low. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. The 1-1 is fouled off. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Now one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball one. Bomber deals. That's too low. 2-0. And misses inside. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Big situation. And here comes the big bat of Juan Soto. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Tying run at the plate.
0-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Aaron Bummer will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they turn to their closer, Raisel Iglesias.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. You got to feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is going to turn on one swing. And that one fouled off. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lindor zipping around third. One runs in to the plate, and he's out. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. Braves 6 and the Mets 4. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Reed Garrett.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Michael Harris II getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
That one ripped right center field. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that one is in for a strike.
Ball 1.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Edwin Diaz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Stanek also throwing. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Acuna, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Harris, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 2 down. Here's Matt Olson down. That one finds the corner. 0-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's off the mark, and now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Inside. The count now 2-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3. So a missed opportunity after the leadoff double as they strand the runner. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. Braves 6 and the Mets 4. Last chance for the home team. Here's Starling Marte.
Right fielder, Starling Marte.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and 1 away.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
He's 2 outs away. And the batter now, Jeff McNeil. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The Mets trailing by 2. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
1 down, base is empty. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center, and that'll get down for a hit.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Torrens swings through it for strike 1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Tying run at the plate. Ball 1 there.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
2 on, 1 out, and the batter now, Brett Beatty. Outside low, ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
2 on, 1 out, and that is out of play. And the count 1-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 0-2 Only one out remaining for the Mets.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Raisel Iglesias departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
New pitcher on here, Austin Cox.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now, Ronnie Mauricio. First pitch just misses. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a foul out of play. That's outside, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two on, 2 outs. And that is downstairs. 3-1. Francisco Lindor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a 3-1 on the way. Ball 4, he walked in. And that keeps things going.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Outside, 1-0. So they're all loaded up. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-0. So the tying run at second. 6 straight outside the strike zone.
At risk of walking in a big run here, and these fans really letting them hear it as well.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
And that's fouled off. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. The Mets down to their final strike. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Base hit, 1 run in already. Now the second run is in. Oh, he botches it. Throw is offline. This one's over, and the Mets win it on a walk-off 7-6.
Who saw this coming? Bases clearing, extra base hit for the win. Well, the runner at first base had an excellent secondary lead, and he had his sights on scoring that winning run. Comes all the way around. Tremendous job by everyone involved, and a fun game to watch today.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long